You've probably heard the saying that a dog is man's best friend. But what if I told you that a dog can be much more than that? That he can be a true hero? That, in silence, he can save lives, including yours? In the Netflix film Caramelo, we're taken on an emotional journey that shows how a dog can be far more than just a companion. He can be a guardian, a protector, a savior. And while the story is fictional, it's filled with truths that play out every single day in real life. In this video, we're going to explore how dogs can detect illnesses before doctors do, how they help in rescue operations and emergencies, and how they offer emotional support during life's toughest moments. Get ready to be moved, surprised, and maybe, just maybe, to look at your own dog with fresh eyes. Because maybe, without you even realizing it, he's already saved you. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't worry. This video contains no spoilers. And if you enjoy learning more about your pet's behavior and want to give them a happier, healthier life, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post daily videos made with care and responsibility just for you. A dog's protective instinct. Have you ever noticed how dogs seem to know when something's wrong? Even without words, they pick up on subtle changes in the environment, in our behavior, and even in our emotions. It's like they have an invisible radar, always on, always alert. In Caramelo, this sensitivity is portrayed in a deeply touching way. The dog, even without fully understanding what's happening, senses that his human is in danger. And that's when he springs into action, guided only by love and instinct. He doesn't need commands. He doesn't need explanations. He just knows. In real life, this kind of behavior is more common than we think. There are stories of dogs who've saved their owners from house fires, barking persistently until everyone woke up and escaped in time. Others have placed themselves between their humans and aggressors, facing danger head-on to protect the ones they love. And then there are those who, sensing something is off, like an impending fainting spell or a panic attack, approach, nudge with their nose, bark, or even tug at their owner's clothes to warn them. These gestures, often subtle, are signs of a deep bond. Dogs don't just follow us around, they observe us, study us, and form such a strong connection that they can sense things we don't even notice ourselves. This protective instinct doesn't come from training. It comes from the heart, from a kind of loyalty only a dog can offer. And that's why, when we say a dog can save their human, we're not exaggerating. We're simply acknowledging the power of that quiet, immense love. Dogs that detect illnesses. It might sound unbelievable, but dogs have an extraordinary ability. They can detect illnesses in their humans, often before any symptoms are even noticeable. This skill comes from their incredibly sharp sense of smell, which is about 40 times more sensitive than ours. Scientific studies have proven that dogs can identify chemical changes in the human body. They can sniff out subtle shifts in our sweat, breath, and even our scent. That means to a dog illnesses like cancer, diabetes, and even epileptic seizures have a smell. And they know when something isn't right. There are powerful stories of dogs who've saved their owners' lives simply by sensing that something was wrong. One remarkable example is a dog who kept sniffing a specific area on his owner's body. She found it odd and decided to see a doctor, and was diagnosed with an early-stage tumor. Thanks to her dog's persistence, she was able to get treatment in time. Another case involved a dog trained to detect drops in blood sugar levels in people with diabetes. He learned to recognize the signs and alert his owner before things got dangerous. One night, the dog woke the man up by nudging him with his nose and barking nonstop. When the man checked his blood sugar, it was dangerously low. Without his dog's warning, he might not have woken up in time. These examples show that dogs aren't just pets, they're guardians of our health. And what's truly amazing is that many of them do this naturally, without any formal training. It's as if the love they feel for us gives them the power to sense what we can't. In Caramelo, this sensitivity is also portrayed. The dog senses that his human is going through a tough time, and his constant presence becomes a quiet but powerful source of support. He doesn't need to speak. Just being there, alert, present, and comforting, is enough. Dogs in rescue operations. When we think of heroes, we usually picture firefighters, doctors, or emergency responders. But there's a group of silent heroes that often goes unnoticed: rescue dogs. They don't wear capes, they don't speak, but they carry out a noble mission: finding and saving lives. These dogs are trained to work in extreme situations like earthquakes, landslides, floods, and search and rescue missions for missing people. With a sense of smell that can detect scents from miles away, they're able to locate victims buried under rubble, even when human equipment fails. But it's not just trained dogs who make headlines. There are countless stories of regular household pets who, in moments of crisis, have led their owners out of burning homes or gone for help when someone was injured. They don't need a uniform to act. All it takes is the bond they share with the human they love. The emotional power of dogs. Not all rescues happen during disasters or medical emergencies. Sometimes, the rescue is quiet, daily, emotional. And in this kind of salvation, dogs are true specialists. Many people face internal battles that aren't visible to the eye. Depression, anxiety, loneliness, stress. These are pains that leave no marks on the body, but weigh heavily on the soul. And it's in these moments that a dog's presence can make all the difference. Studies show that living with a dog can lower blood pressure, reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase serotonin, which is linked to feelings of well-being. But beyond the numbers and statistics, what really matters is what we feel when we look into the eyes of a dog who loves us. They don't judge, don't demand, don't expect anything. They're simply there. And that being there is powerful. A dog who lies beside their human on a hard day, who licks away tears, who brings their favorite toy in an attempt to cheer them up. That dog is offering the most valuable thing they have: their presence. There are touching stories of dogs who helped people overcome loss, trauma, and even addiction. In hospitals, therapy dogs visit patients undergoing treatment, bringing comfort and hope. At home, they become the reason to get out of bed, to go for a walk, to smile again. Dogs have a sensitivity that goes beyond human understanding. They know when we're sad, when we're scared, when we need support. And without saying a word, they give us exactly what we need: presence, affection, loyalty. What we learn from Caramelo. The film Caramelo is more than just a story about a dog. It's a celebration of the unconditional love these animals offer. It shows us that dogs don't need words to understand when we're in danger, feeling down, or unwell. They simply feel it. And driven by that pure instinct, they do everything they can to protect us. The biggest lesson Caramelo leaves us is clear: dogs are everyday heroes. They save us with simple gestures, with constant presence, with a love that asks for nothing in return. And maybe, when you look at your own dog, you'll realize that he's already been your savior, even if silently. After everything we've seen, one thing is clear: dogs have a transformative power in our lives. They don't just keep us company, they protect us, heal us, comfort us. They're able to sense what no one else can, and often, they're the first to act when something's not right. Now tell us in the comments, have you ever experienced a moment when your dog helped you, protected you, or comforted you when you needed it most? If this video touched your heart, share it with other animal lovers. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. Here, we talk about the true love between humans and their pets, and you're always welcome in this community. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.